The state government's $20 billion, plus metro train line under construction in Sydney could have been built far cheaper with more sensible planning, 4 of New South Wales's top former rail executives have said in a highly critical assessment of the project. In an analysis released under Freedom of Information laws, the former rail heavyweights warn that the metro train plans will result in degradation of the robustness and reliability of Sydney's existing heavy rail network, and ultimately lead to the total network becoming gridlocked and unworkable. And they say the takeover of an existing rail line between Sydenham and Bankstown for the government's single-deck metro train project will remove the relief valve for the network and leave no escape route. Any new system needs to add value by adding to existing capacity, not by taking away part of the existing network in the name of progress, they said. Prior to the 2011 state election, then Coalition Transport spokeswoman Gladys Berejiklian promised to build the long-awaited North West Rail link between Epping and Rouse Hill as an extension of Sydney's regular train system. But in government, Ms Berejiklian opted in 2012 to build the rail line as a standalone privately run rail project using single-deck trains. This decision included the radical option of temporarily closing the existing Epping to Chatswood rail line, which had opened only in 2009, to convert it to these metro operations. This closure will occur for 7 months from late next year. The longer-term plans for the metro system involve extending it from Chatswood and under the central city on a new rail line to Sydenham, where it will require the conversion of a 13-kilometre stretch of the existing Bankstown rail line. But the metro policies pursued under Ms Berejiklian as Transport Minister and then Premier have been controversial with many rail experts, who fear it may not be the best use of scarce resources, and that it may undermine Sydney's existing heavy rail network. If the government had spent $17 billion on upgrading the existing double-deck system by improving signalling and providing track amplification at critical pinch points, it would have got a better overall result, the analysis by the 4 former rail chiefs said. The former executives include Ron Christie, the Director General for Rail, who wrote a landmark report on Sydney's train system in 2001. They said in the analysis that the new metro train line will do nothing to relieve a bottleneck at Strathfield in Sydney's west where trains on the western and northern lines merge. Nor would it resolve the problem of 6 tracks between Strathfield and Central Station, and the City Circle, the eastern suburbs and North Shore lines via the Harbour Bridge, reaching almost saturation point by 2021, they said. The 3 other heavyweights behind the assessment are John Brew, a former State Rail Chief Executive, Bob O'Loughlin, a former State Rail Director of Rail Safety and Operations, and Dick Day, a former Head of Planning and Timetables at Railcorp. Their assessment, obtained by Labor under Freedom of Information laws, is part of a submission dated July 2015 by a consortium to New South Wales's long-term transport master plan.